So I'm back today with more of the concealers from my concealer bucket. Today we're going to be doing the middle of the road cost, between $10 and $20. And surprisingly, there weren't that many concealers in that price point. There was a lot under $10 and a lot over $20, but I've got three. So let's get into those and see how they do. So the first concealer in this group is the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Multi-Use Concealer. A very long name. The manufacturer's suggested retail is $19.99, which is why it's in this category. Although you can frequently find it for less than $10. It is a drugstore product. The one I bought, I paid $8.80 for, so it kind of belongs in this group and the under $10 group. So we'll do this again here. It says it has a micro corrector applicator, and what that means is it's got this cute little spongy applicator. It contains goji berry and haloxyl to brighten and illuminate under the eyes. It comes in 18 shades, and it's supposed to last 12 hours with medium coverage. Now, I hadn't been testing any of these for how long the coverage lasted, and I didn't mention it in my first review. This one I tested, I put this on here to dry down a couple of hours ago, and when I initially applied it, it did have full coverage, but it quickly wore away. I mean, you can see that whole line. I would say at this point it has like minimal light coverage. And that was only a couple of hours ago. It was not 12 hours ago. The reviews are mixed on creasing and fine lines, but more say it doesn't crease and settle in fine lines than says it does. In my testing, after a couple of hours of wiggling my wrist on all these creases here, there was minimal creasing, okay, before it all. None of these that are being tested today lasted very long. And I was kind of surprised because a number of the under $10 ones, I really had to scrub off last night to get them removed. They lasted all day. This one did not. Actually, none of these did. I got this in the shade. My shade is 115 Warm Light. It is blendable and skin-like finish, but even after a couple of hours, I can blend it away just by touching it. So it does not dry down. When I tested all three of these, they could all be wiped away after several hours. So none of these are long lasting, but this one is, easily available, and it's fun to use. So let's try it. It blends very easily, and when you first put it on, it does have very good coverage. When I tested it on my wrist, I patted it down into the creases, but it did eventually crease. I mean, the full coverage does cover up that dark brown spot. You have to be careful blending it because it will just all come off what you're trying to cover. There were a number of the ones that were under $10 that I liked a lot better. Okay, the next one is kind of a strange one. It's different than the others because it actually is a pencil that you can sharpen, and it comes in this container, and it comes with its own sharpener at the bottom. And this is the Everything Deluxe Concealer Pencil and Sharpener by Judith August. It retails for $17. On Amazon, it looks like there's 4 shades available. but on the Judith August website, she has 6 shades available. This was originally designed for makeup artists, and it has been around a long time. It's been around a long time. It's supposed to be good coverage, and be long lasting. There's no mention in any of the descriptions about creasing or settling in fine lines. My shade is pure beige. When you initially apply it, it does have full coverage. It completely covered up that black line. But it all wore away really quickly. It had minimal creasing, but there was some. But there's no way this is long lasting. I mean, it's gone now. So, but let's see how it goes on. Okay, it blends out nicely. And it seems like it would last a long time because it's pretty thick. But it also was gone in a couple of hours. And I didn't really do anything with my hand after I applied these other than get dressed. And I was careful with my hand. Where the ones I wore yesterday were on there longer, and they almost all stayed in place, at least for the most part. So this is another one I probably wouldn't buy again. But if you have something where you need really high coverage for a short period of time, you may want to try it. Also, I saw somebody else's video where they used it to apply around the edge of the lips to act as a barrier against bleeding and feathering. I assume that works well, but it's so much easier for me just to apply, you know, a lip primer that will work that way. Not all lip primers will, but I'll have a video coming out on the ones I found that did work. And that's easier for me than trying to draw a line around my lips. Because, yeah, I'm not even good at drawing the lip pencil around it. Okay, so now the last one is Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Concealer Stick. It retails for $19.99. It gets the hydration partially from hyaluronic acid, but when you look at it, it has a core of emollients and moisturizers, and then the color is all around the outside of the core. So it does go on very smoothly, very moisturizing. The reviews indicate it applies smoothly with light coverage. I would agree with the light coverage. It never completely covered up that black line, and you know, now it's gone, so you can't really see. It did have some light creasing, and my shade is number 30, light medium. It's super easy to blend. It feels really nice going on. You know, I don't have any complaints about that. You can blend it with just about anything because it's so emollient. But as soon as you start blending it, you start losing the coverage because it does come off very easily. And I would agree with the reviews that say it's light coverage. But, you know, if you've got skin that needs something really gentle, I mean, it's gentle. It really is. Just don't expect for it to last very long. This is a short category. There's not that many concealers I got that were in the $10 to $20 range. I didn't do that intentionally. I was just randomly picking out concealers that look like they might be good products, but there's only 3 that fall in that category. There's a lot better ones in the under $10 category and in the over 20 category, so I wouldn't buy any of these again. If you've had a different experience with any of these, or if you know of another concealer that's between $10 and $20, you know, put a comment below and let us know what you think about them. I'm just not plussed at this price range so far. Next time, I'll be finishing up my concealers with the luxury level, the over $20 concealers, and we'll see how that one goes. Have a good day. See you next time on My Silver Mirror.